The following material is presented by Alberta Employment Standards employees for educational purposes only and is not intended to be used as a source of legal advice. Before starting maternity leave, an employee must give the employer at least 6 weeks written notice of the date when her leave will begin. If the employee does not give the necessary notice, she is still entitled to maternity leave. But she must notify the employer within 2 weeks of her last day at work and provide a medical certificate certifying the pregnancy and giving the estimated due date. Employees are also eligible for maternity or parental leave if medical reasons or circumstances related to an adoption prevent them from giving the proper notice. When this happens, written notice must be given to the employer as soon as possible. Employees who intend to share parental leave with their spouse must advise their employer of their intention to do so. An employee who takes maternity leave is not required to give notice before going on parental leave, unless she originally agreed to only take 15 weeks of maternity leave. When ending a maternity or parental leave, an employee must give written notice of the date they intend to return to work. If they want to change their return date, they must give written notice at least 4 weeks before the end of the leave. The employer does not have to reinstate an employee until 4 weeks after the receipt of this notice. If an employee fails to provide notice or fails to report to work the day after the leave ends, the employer is under no obligation to reinstate the employee unless the failure is the result of unforeseen or unpreventable circumstances. Employees are required to provide 4 weeks written notice if they do not intend to return to work after their leave ends. The Code provides for 15 weeks of maternity leave and 37 weeks of parental leave. There are no provisions for extensions, so it is up to the employer to decide whether to extend the leave should unforeseen circumstances arise.